Oh God, I am so grateful. Um,
Welcome, 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 welcome. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody?
Hey,
Yo, this is the 93rd episode. Last show was the 92nd episode.
second, yeah.
Yeah,
My
Nikki,
bad, my bad, my bad, my
darn it, woman. She got me all mixed up.
bad.
All right, man. But nah, though. It's the 93rd episode. On our way to 100 episodes, everybody. 100 episodes.
yes.
Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, everybody, for the love. But, you know, on to the task at hand. This is the In Your Face
Yes.
show with my co host, Nikki Bell.
Hey,
And we
how
have our
doing?
very special guest, Miss Michelle Smallwood.
Smallwood.
How are you, sister?
Yes. So
Yes.
listen, yesterday I was rebaptized.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Yes. And so I've been feeling so free, so new. And
Uh,
um that was another reason why I was letting you know last week that after Sunday I'm completely free. It
okay.
wasn't more so like a business like freedom, but
Uh
spiritually free and free
huh.
a lot of things that had a hold on me. So I had
I
to go
very understand.
through that water and be cleansed and renewed. And I wanted to come on here because this is a reintroduction of myself. Like I was saying earlier, I haven't done this in a minute. And so this is reintroduction of myself. And I wanted to, you know, grace everyone with the new me and the
Very
person
understandable.
has been putting together behind the scenes.
That's right. That's right. We thank you for coming on because
Yeah.
it's always a blessing to have
I'm so
newcomers, and you know what I'm saying we got to have a guest every week. So
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, but I got you guys, got you. I got you. We go way back like who Flex and the Cadillac. You know that. Uh,
They ain't got no flats, but they up there.
hey, they got flat in. Hey, they go way back though. They go way back.
Go back.
With the tie with the rim. What is the Cadillac with the diamond in the back? That one.
With the
The
diamond in
rooftop with the
the
Yeah.
gangster lean. Yeah.
Hell,
back. Whoa.
Ooh.
Rooftop, digging the scene with the gangster lean.
Yes.
Woo woo. All right, man. Y'all goofy, man. Y'all goofy. Yo, so how's the being a book author? How's it going for you?
it's good. And when God reveals to you one thing, He always shows you others. So when
Hmm.
I started writing, actually, I started writing my story when I was in prison in 2009, like right before I was due to be released. And
Hmm.
um, I didn't know that this would be me because I
Uh-huh.
had other dreams for myself. Like I wanted to be a model. I wanted to be into fashion. And God said, you can still do that, but what I have for you is something totally different. You're gonna tell your story and you're gonna show the grace that I've placed upon you through your story. And so
Hmm.
um even though I came home in 2009, I got discouraged because I got back out into the community and I started feeling like don't nobody want to hear what I got to say. Don't nobody got time to be reading. People not even reading anymore. And then I started reading myself. And I read the first book that I read was Malika.
Hmm.
And her book is called Ready for My Close Up. And I started reading her story and seeing the similarities that we had. And I'm like, oh well, shoot, I can do my thing then too because if she took hers with no problem and I picked her book up to read it, then I know somebody's gonna do the same for me. And so the fire came back to tell.
Hmm.
And then God started opening doors. So I started going out in churches and speaking, summer camps, talking to teens. And 1 minute, put that back. Put that back. No, back in your room.
It's mommyhood.
Yes.
Hey,
I told you this number 3. He always trying me.
Mommyhood.
kids. You know what I
They
mean?
do that sometimes at those
Wait,
moments, right?
yes, when he see I'm all
Yeah.
try to do something to get my attention.
See, I love the kids. I ain't worrying about it. I love all the kids. You know, come get a couple of hours from Uncle.
No, you get it up. I'm doing something. Thank you. So yeah, I started going out into the communities and sharing my story. God bless you. And people started encouraging me to tell my story more. So then I put the book out. Then I started traveling the world and sharing my story at this place and that place. And I was like, God, this can't be it. Like, this is not all that you have for me to, just tell this story as more. And then people was like, when is part 2 coming out? And at first I was getting, frustrated, like, that's not how it works. Some people, fictional authors, they can do that. They can put out a book here and there and, keep it flowing with different stories. But when you're telling your real life story, you had to go through some things. You got to grow through some things to put another book out. And some people, they can do it back to back and back to back. But my stories aren't normal. So I can't just 1 minute. Dayton.
There's kids.
Yeah. Yes. You want your bottle? You can finish your bottle. But I knew that putting another book out right after wasn't going to be for me. Like, I had to really go through some things and grow through some things. So, and that's what happened. 1 minute. Here, finish your bottle. It's okay. And that's what part 2 is about. The new things that I went through after Pain from the Storm, because a lot of people think that was it, and I had more to come right back to. And yeah, I had more story to tell, but I had more trials to overcome. I had more things to grow through. And people think part 1 was something, and I got a lot of reviews and ratings, people saying that it was a tearjerker. I had them laughing, crying, and one chapter they was laughing, another chapter they was crying. And part 2, it was hard for me to even really write it.
Well, show us the book. I think you showed us earlier the cover, your actual book. Yeah, show us the book, and then give us a little bit of what's in the first one, just in case anyone missed it. Just in a chapter, one story that really that you remember so well that changed your life. Take your time.
Take your time.
Take your time.
This whole book, again, it's Pain from the Storm, and the things that I had to go through to get to the next chapter of my life. And I done some things in here, like,
and it's fun, no judgment here.
Yeah, no. I'm not worried about that at all. It's no shame over here either. That's how I was able to drop it, because I had to release the shame and let go of that and worry about people judging me. But just it talks about me stealing. I used to listen, ma'am, you ain't gonna do that. I used to steal cars. I used to steal from the mall. Like, I didn't consider myself a booster because I didn't steal for anybody unless I was just giving it to them. but I wouldn't go to the mall and make money. Like nobody could send me on a run. I was like a bougie thief, if that's what you want to call it. I was stealing for myself and, you know, for people that I cared for. If that's how to gift them, I will go out and take it. Then I graduated from the mall to cars. And then I went to jail, then prison, and I came home the first run and I didn't have enough. Not I didn't go back to stealing cars, but I went back to the malls. And then prostitution. I used to sell my soul out there. Mm.
Very understandable.
But so I'm so grateful for the grace of God that He kept me, even in my stupidity, because I've never been affected with any diseases. I've never been raped. You know, I've never been taken advantage of, like some of the stories that I hear from women that are out there and were out there. My last I was stabbed. Yeah, I've been stabbed in my back, literally. Literally and figuratively. But I was stabbed in my back 3 times and I almost lost my life. My lungs collapsed. They sent me to shock trauma in Maryland. And it woke me up, but it didn't. It like nudged me a little bit, but it didn't really get my attention. I still thought I could, you know, take on the world. Then I almost got caught in a crossfire between some gangs on North Avenue in Smallwood. And it's so crazy that now that's
Yeah, Pop, I'm on the phone, man. I don't know.
Keep going. Keep going. I can hear you.
I just that's
Sorry about that.
how and I thought of that yesterday when I was leaving church.
Right.
How I was almost murdered on North Avenue in Smallwood, and now that Smallwood is my last name.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Wow.
But I was it was me, my cousin, and a friend. We were I'll make you a number. 1 second. We were in no, we was walking to the bar on North Avenue in Smallwood. Lauren, 1 minute, I'm gonna get your sister to make you a bottle for me, okay? And can you make Kaylee a bottle? Please, thank you. In the fridge. And so yes. Just put it on 30 seconds. Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, I forgot that water was there. Yeah. So, we were walking to the bar on North Avenue in Smallwood, and it was two gangs that were in a beef that we had no idea. We was just minding our business, walking to the store, but that's enough. We were walking in front of one gang crew, and it was a gang trailing them, but they didn't know, and neither did we know, that they were being watched and, you know, about to be shot at. And so when we got to the corner, I was like the first one. Yeah, 2.5 scoops. I was the first one like to hit the corner, and so the guy had the gun out and literally to my head, and then he pushed me out the way and was like, "Move, bitch," and start shooting at the guys behind him. But I'm not thinking that at this point my life flashed before my eyes. I'm thinking, even though we done ran away, I'm thinking they running behind us.
Right.
We didn't know what was going on. We heard gunshots and we thinking that they're behind us. So we end up running home, and I was just so scared. Like, Lord, what is going on?
Right.
And then I end up going to jail and prison like a month and some later. and I did 11 months, and that's when the Lord really got my attention. Like, you good?
Right.
Good
Now
now.
it's time to
Yeah,
work.
you
Mm-hmm.
ready to sit down and listen to what I've been trying to speak to you? And
Right.
that's
Mm-hmm.
whew, that really got my attention. Like I caught the Holy Ghost in the gym in church. They had a church come down. It was churches that would come down every Sunday and to minister to us. We would have Bible study, and I made sure I was there, like Bible study, church, any meetings that I felt like God was pulling me to. I made sure that my presence was there so that I can get what He was trying to say to me, because I did not want to miss it again. And I'm like, because the next time it could be my life.
Right.
And so ever since then, it has not been a perfect walk, but I know when He's talking to me. Like, don't go that way. All right, I ain't going that way. Yo, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Or don't go this place. I can't hang out there with y'all tonight. I'm gonna go home. So yes.
Well, I see baby right there. I see you're a little busy, right? So how is it juggling, mommyhood and then, just work and a career and just healing and working on yourself?
Oh, it could be
Trying to take time for yourself, right? Like those
hard.
are the moments, right, where you're like, wow, I just need an hour or two.
And you don't understand that. Oh my God, I understand that. I try to tell them that all the time, like, I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna run away. And but it's hard. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna be honest and say that it's so hard because um I'm a full-time mom, like full time. I have them with me all the time. And right now, me and my husband are separated, so it's literally just me and me trying to heal. Was that upstairs? Me trying to heal from that, um, and still be on go. It's a little tough, but I've been doing it. I've been doing it. I thank God for His strength, and whew, it's a lot. So what I do now for work, I deliver for Grubhub and Walmart. And so that allows me to take them with me. So like I said, they always with me
Right.
at work. Like I wake up, it's them. Go to work, it's them.
Yeah.
So it can be a little hard, and especially healing through, my separation and things like that. It can be tough, but I got it. I done seen and been through tough, way more tough situations than this. So like me and my kids now, we in Georgia. We left Baltimore in 2019. And that was tough. Like I had lost everything, everything. And I was like, okay, God, is this it? Like, you took everything from me. So what's next? And he was like, no, that's not it, but you got to pay attention. I'm getting ready to send you somewhere. And I had already, came to Georgia to see what it was like in 2018. And so I was working here and living in Baltimore.
Oh, wow.
But yes, I
Wow.
would travel. I would be here during the week and go home to Baltimore on the weekends and be with my babies. And at that time, my grandmother was alive. And so she passed away in 2018. And that was, man, let my wig go. That was another thing. Like, I lost her, and, I see family true colors. And so when I lost my place, and I saw that not one family member offered for me and my kids to come there, but they had so much to say. And so me and my kids were in the shelter. I was pregnant with my 3-year-old. And We was in a shelter in Baltimore, um, from January to February, 1 month. And like, that's why I say, like, when God speaks, I hear him. And so when we was in a shelter in Baltimore, I was coming from the bathroom and I walked past two women having a conversation saying that the shelter that we were staying in, because it's also a resource center. So they were saying that they will send people, to other places. Like, they'll pay for their transportation to go anywhere in the world, whether by train, plane, anywhere, but they just have to have someone there to confirm that they come into,
Right.
them until they get on their feet. And so, I took that like God was saying that to me, even though they wasn't talking to me. So I was like, oh, okay, I can, go back to, mm-hmm. I can go back to Georgia. And so I had a cousin here that vouched for me to come. And so they paid for me and my kids to come here on a train. So we left Baltimore February 13th of 2019. And we got here. What do you want to watch? Who King? You do it. Here, you do it. We got here February 14th, and we weren't actually going to my cousin's house. She just, said that we can, get away. And when I say it was scary at first, because I had $73 and some change to my name and faith. The 2 kids, and I was pregnant. I was 5 months pregnant. And I was like, Lord, what are we going to do? Where are we going to go? You told me to come here. So, let me know what's next. How do I move through this? And when I say February will be 4 years that we've been here. And it has not been one day that me and my kids had to sleep on the streets. We had to go without or anything. Like, the Lord has really provided and covered me through it all. And it haven't been easy, because when times get tough, we tend to think like, how we gonna get through this? But my faith has been tested in so many ways that in the worst situations, I know where my help comes from. So I can't even break.
Right.
Maybe I might bend, but I can't break.
Right. Gonna break. Right.
Because I know where my help comes from. And yeah, it's been, and that's why I've been indecisive about February being my launch month or May, because it's a celebration.
Wow.
It's so good. God is so good.
Always a celebration, you know what I mean? Always, this, I just want to say, this, I'm happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. It's not every day that you see people overcome their obstacles and a lot of the things that they go through,
Yep.
and people that go through some of the similar situations that you've been through. Not everybody comes out on the other end.
Yeah.
And
I,
it's
I'm grateful that I don't look like what I've been through. Like, because I done been through some stuff.
mhm.
I don't look
And
like.
all right, and that's true, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that, God will do to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He'll give you more life back to you when you thought you lost it,
Yeah.
and
Right.
put more years on your life than
Mhm.
the years that you lost, and that's what a lot of people don't understand is that when God moves, he moves in ways of things you may not understand, you know. And I understand that, he's done that same thing for me, done that same thing for this woman over
That's
here,
right.
this lady over here,
Right.
and
That's real.
yeah, and it's just when you're a walking miracle, you just walk in it.
Yep. That's it.
Just walk in it. Can't nobody tell you you're not a walking miracle because all you can see is the glow. All you
Mhm.
can see is the anointing all over you.
Yes.
and
Thank you.
everybody can see it. That's why they hating on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Woo.
So
Mm.
that's why I say it's an honor, and I'm thankful too for you and grateful for you.
Thank you.
And yes, 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 yes. You got to be grateful for your brothers and sisters when they
Yeah.
come out of that situation, because not everybody has that chance. Not everybody is fortunate,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you know. So every day you take, every breath you take, every moment, take it as your last, because you live your life as your last day, because you never know it could be your last.
Yes.
Mm.
So, but live it, have it abundantly, you know what I'm saying? And just that's why I say it only takes one time, one time. And you go into that situation and you just know that you're going to come out of it. You know that you're going to just get through it. And not everybody understand or know God. And
Yep.
they say they know who he is, but they don't know what's
Yeah.
behind that.
Yes, Lord.
Well, I
Amen.
believe in God, but do you? Do you? You
Mm-hmm.
know, you believe Jesus?
Yeah.
If you don't, oh, trust me, he'll make himself known. Trust in a
Woo.
way you
Yes.
don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
You
Amen.
know, but and the thing is that this brings me back to what I've been through as a person too. So I understand. We all live in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
We all been living in the hood. So so those stories, and that hits home with me because that happens in the hood where I'm at around here all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand how you feel, and I understand what you've been through, because hey, we all go through some of the similar situations. Some things we see, some things we don't see, but you understand what people are going through, even if they don't tell you.
Yep.
You
Mm.
just feel that anointing. You feel that energy on them.
Yeah.
And yes, I trust me. I saw. Come on now, we've been friends for years, so I know. You know what I mean? I know. As I just don't. I don't say nothing. I observe. I know people who's been through.
Yeah.
Because I've been through it. So been
Mhm.
through hell. So when you
Yeah.
come out of hell, come out from going through hell, you'll know your partner who's been in there, and he coming out too.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yep.
it is what it is.
Yes.
So I got a question. When God brought you out of that situation, those situations, were there obstacles to try to pull you back in?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Even still to this day. Even still to this day.
Hmm.
Especially with people knowing where I come from. They try to throw my past in my face just to get a reaction.
Hmm.
And
Mm.
Yep.
I like I have been touched in a supernatural way that I just laugh. Like, oh yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, that was me. I,
Mhm.
I I used to do that. I used to hang
Hmm.
out around there. Yeah. Okay, and that's not who I am today.
Hmm. That's just the enemy trying to pull
Yeah.
you back in,
Yeah.
trying to get you mad so that you can miss what God is trying to give you. That's his tactics.
Oh,
Just
and see the
yeah,
he don't use new tactics. He uses the same things over and over again. He'll and then
exactly.
but what he'll do is he'll use new people.
Hmm.
Mm.
He'll
See,
use
and this is,
people.
mhm. And then see, dealing with the enemy, right? What
Mhm.
he'll do is it'll be the same old thing but different shape,
Mhm.
different situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You could be saying, okay, somebody you love and somebody like you dating somebody, and they be like, y'all get in an argument, and they say, I never talk about that, and then you get them in a
Mhm.
heated moment, they're gonna say it. They're gonna talk about you like
Right.
a dog, right
Yeah,
in your face.
right in your face. Yeah.
Ah,
Mhm.
that's just God letting you know not everybody you could trust.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody can be moved. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Not everybody is with him. Not everybody can is saying everybody that says they're with God,
They're not.
trust me, they're not with him.
Right.
Because when God moves, they act like they don't know he's moving.
Mhm.
If you really with him, you know his movements, you know how he is, you know what he hates, everything.
Yep.
Come
Yes.
on, man. You're
Yes.
supposed to know your God and know everything about him, know him down to the T.
My
Yeah,
people, my
Right.
voice.
exactly. I
So
know.
even if
Hmm.
you not God's people, but people that pretend to know him, if you even if you feel like you're about to do something, you're gonna stop, because even the devil try to use God's people. He'll try
Hmm.
to them
Easy.
certain things, but you will know that, oh no, that's not of God. I'm not doing that.
Right.
If you act
Hmm.
out in it and you don't feel no conviction,
Hmm.
you're
Right.
the person that you say you are. You're not a child of God. You are not walking with God. If you don't feel no conviction, if you're never apologetic,
Right.
conviction makes you repent, because we're not perfect, and we
You're
do
not.
we do slip up sometimes. But if you don't feel bad about it, if your spirit is not convicted and you feel like you got to repent of it, and the Bible says we should be repentant every day, all day, because we fall short of his glory every day.
Right.
Hmm.
To be in a repentant state at all times. And I watch people that consistently do stuff that is not of God, and they don't feel nothing bad
They
about it.
don't feel nothing. Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah. So yeah.
And that's why I learned, to basically when you do make a mistake,
Mm-hmm.
just don't feel bad about yourself. Don't beat yourself down, because what happens is that's what
Condemnation.
the enemy wants you to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the enemy wants you to do. You'll be falling into his trap. He
Mm-hmm.
wants you to feel down. He wants you to beat yourself up.
Mm-hmm.
But what God don't want you to do, because if you do that, he'll gotta beat you down. Gotta be like, be bad, make you feel bad about yourself. He don't want you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be
There,
like, just get right back up.
Jesus.
Yeah, get right back up. You
Yeah,
make a
that
mistake.
you repent. You know, God, I'm sorry. I apologize. I repent for doing that, and go on. Your slate is
Yeah,
again, like he wipes you clean. You're a new creature in Christ Jesus every day. And so if
yeah,
you repent and keep it moving, you're allowing God to renew your spirit, renew your heart every day.
Right.
yeah. And that's why I say everybody who listens to this show, they know how I'm coming. They know how the show is. And the thing about it is that when you listen to the show, you listen to God. You're not listening to us. You're listening to when he's talking,
Mm-hmm.
he have his full attention. He's talking to your spirit, not you,
Yes.
not your flesh. See, the enemy, he talks at you, and God talks to you. You know
Yes.
how like when somebody's hollering at you, they hollering at you,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not hollering to you.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean when and God showed me the difference between his voice and the enemy's voice. The enemy's voice is loud and he's hollering at you, but God's voice is soft and he's
Yeah.
speaking to you, speaking to your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Your spirit
Mhm.
knows him. Your spirit knows what he's saying.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He moves, trust me. But when he's speaking, it's like everything around you, your body, everything is alive. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? And that's why I said my sheep knows my voice. They
Yeah.
know me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, he told me one day, he said, son, you don't realize this, but everything around me, even if my people don't
Mm-hmm.
worship me or praise me, everything around you will.
Amen.
Everything. Even the trees. Notice how the trees, they were made to worship him. They
Mm-hmm.
go back and forth. They
Yep.
were made to worship him.
In
You
the
know what I'm saying?
church, like they sing early in the morning. If you really listen, yes. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yep.
And that's one thing about it is that you can't be. See, God comes to you in many ways, and He don't come to you just any old way like you don't understand it. He won't come to you in the human form if you cannot understand it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
He'll come to you in the form of a storm. He'll
Yeah.
come to you in the form of a situation.
Mm-hmm.
He'll come to you in the form of a bird. and
Yeah.
just sit in your doorstep, just sitting there. He'll come in the form of anything and just let you know that he's there, or he'll send somebody. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Just like the enemy sends people, God
Mm-hmm.
will send somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And God told me one day, He said, "Son," He said, "least little thing, least little envious, least little jealousy, least little hatred people have for you,
Mm-hmm.
the enemy will use that, and they
Mm-hmm.
will come against you. They will use that to have them exploit everything, exploit something that you have, that little problem."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's what I learned. You can't be so trusting with everybody, telling them everything, because they will use that.
Yeah.
And that's what I understand when you said that about being stabbed in the back, being treated like you don't belong, and being treated like you're a piece of trash. So I
Mm.
understand.
Yes.
I truly understand.
Mhm.
Enough about me talking. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody don't want to hear me talking. But anyway.
Preach on. Well,
Yeah.
I'll ask about your support system. So, do you feel as though you have a really good, strong support system right now for you?
Uh, not really. I'm still, growing here in Georgia.
Mhm, mhm,
I do have a good friend that I call on, to talk to from time to time.
mhm.
But that's about it. I have a good church home. Yeah, but as far as friends and family, no, it's just me and my babies, and that's another reason why I'm grateful, that I have the job position that I have, so that I'm able to support them and take them along with me.
Right,
Right, right,
And we
right.
get to learn Georgia because we
right.
Hmm.
so like I want to say about 2 weeks after Thanksgiving, we delivered to Steve Harvey's house.
Ah,
Get to Yeah,
Awesome.
we get to get around, and he didn't come out or anything, like they have security and stuff at the gate that came out to get their things that they ordered, but um I didn't, and the crazy thing is I didn't know who it was until we got in the community, and I was like, this is a nice community, like these are some nice homes, like
mhm.
homes. And my spirit said, look at who you're delivering to. And I looked, I said, oh, we're going to Steve Harvey house.
Yeah.
This Margie Harvey. So when we got to her gate, they had a call box, and they had security at the I want to say at the security booth or guest house that came
Right.
to retrieve the things. But it was a nice experience. I've been to the Steve Harvey show in 2016, the same year that I put my book out. Mommy, I'm about to change you. Let me get up and get your wipes and pamper. Um, to share my story. Why would you fall out like that? Now, what if I wasn't holding your head? um, I went to Steve Harvey show in 2016, and then Wendy Williams. I was able to go back and forth to California. I went to the Grammys. I met Miguel, aka Joanna Man, and in person. Like I went to his house. It was a surprise though. This was during me being here in 2018, and I was doing sales, and that was like my first time doing sales, but I was booming with it.
Right.
I was doing good, and so I made a call to. What do you want to watch? To I put it on. Where's my bag? I made a call to a young man, trying to sell him some cable and for his business, because that's what we were, targeting businesses. And he was like, I started to hang up, but your voice caught me, and he was like, where you calling from? And I was like, Georgia. He was like, oh, okay. So he was like, but you're not from Georgia. I said, no, I'm from Baltimore. He was like, oh, okay, so what you doing in Georgia? So I started telling them, bits and pieces of, why I was here. And
Yep.
Uh-oh.
She'll be back.
She'll be back. Oh, there she goes.
yeah, somebody was trying to call me. I don't know why. I told them that I was, doing this. But then he was like, oh, okay, well, I write movies and stuff. He said he was a movie producer and, things like that. So I was like, oh, okay, so I thought you had, barbershops and stuff, because that's what I was calling. He was like, well, I do. Like, I have, a couple businesses here, there. And so he was like, so what do you want to do with your book? And I was like, my hopes is to, get it on a big screen so that, people that didn't read my book or get a chance to read my book, they can, see it on a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, how would you feel about flying out to California for the weekend? And I was like, I don't mind, but that's something I got to think about because, people be trafficking. So he was like, I understand that. And so he was like, well, look, I'm gonna let you hook me up. He was like, I want my TVs at the barbershop that you called me about, and I want 2 TVs at my home in Cali. So that was like a double whammy and a half.
Right.
Because I didn't even, So anyway, I got him hooked up and connected, and he was like, well, look, you take my number and you text me and let me know how you feel about it before we get close to the weekend, and I'll fly you out. And I was like, for real? He was like, yeah. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna hit you up if it's a go. So I went back to my room that where I was staying at, and I was like, Lord, what was that earlier? Like,
Right.
what is going on? And he's like, go. And I went, and it was so different. Like he was so nice. Like he took me over to CBS. Well, the first night when I first got there, we went to Joanna Man house, and I didn't even know we were going there. He picked me up from the airport, and he was like, I want you to meet somebody. And I was like, all right, cool. Because I'm not my even though he told me that, he's a movie producer, I'm not thinking that he's, on that caliber of knowing, I didn't really know what to expect.
Right.
So we got there, and it was a nice place, but it kind of threw me off because it looked like it was a fancy hotel. But when we got through the door.
Uh-oh.
This is the time because it happens all the time.
Okay, I'm kind of cold. I'm gonna get my blanket.
Why are you so cold, darling? Why you always get cold in the middle
It's
of the
so,
show?
listen, right now in Cali, how you like to say Cali, it is cold. I told you it's storming, it's cold. I have my heater on too, and it's cold. It's okay. She'll be back. I like her
Stop
snoring.
whining.
Oh, there she goes.
I don't know what happened. Maybe my hand hit something when I was picking her up. But can y'all hear me now? Am I?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can hear you.
So okay, I'm getting it off of you, mommy. I'm getting it off of you. And so we walked through the door, and Joanna Man, though I always call him Joanna Man because that's how I remember him from watching that movie. But he had 2 like little dogs, 2 white little dogs, and they both ran up to me, and I was like, oh, get these dogs. And he was like dressed in a disguise, like he didn't want me to know who he was before he said who he was. But when he opened his mouth and said what he said, I was like blown. I was like, Joanna Man, because when he saw that his dogs ran up to me, he was like, I ain't never known Maine and Prince like women. And I said, Joanna Man. I was like, oh my And so we sat there, we smoked and talked, but it was the vibe and energy in the room was so genuine. Like you would have thought that we knew each other for a while. Like he didn't ask him like you just bringing random people in here, and it was just so cool, calm, and collected. Like we watched a few shows on Fox, and he was like, shit, if I can't have Halle Berry, I guess I have a little sister then. And I'm like, Halle Berry got a sister? He like, you stupid. And so I just laughed. And we left that night and we went to a club called the Playhouse, and we chilled there and smoked some more because it was 420. I met Wiz Khalifa. I met a few people. It was just so nice. And then the next day we got up and he took me to Melrose. And then we went over to CBS to he was trying to introduce me to Oprah. And I was at that moment I was nervous, but today I'm like, thank God, because she probably would have talked me out of my story. She probably would have talked me into selling her my story, and I wouldn't have because knowing what I know today about Hollywood, I'm glad that I wasn't able to meet her, but she wasn't there. And I'm like, she probably would have talked me out of my story, gave me a couple of measly dollars, and she would have just been making money off my story. But I'm grateful that, I had that experience and God didn't allow things to go further.
Yes.
And
Right.
it was just a beautiful experience. He was a beautiful person. He didn't get me or try to get me to do anything that was not of me. He didn't try to have sex with me or anything. He gave me my space. Like he treated me like a little sister. That's what he treated me like. I was a little sister that he wanted to see grow. And he was just trying to, show me around and put me into different spaces. And so then 2018, I went to the Grammy. The Grammys did a music salute to Tina Turner and a few other people. The guys that sing we will rock you. Yeah, them. And so while I was there, I took that opportunity to explore LA some more.
I wanted to give you a pointer, a little pointer. When you're in those places and you're coming up to people,
Mm-hmm.
ease your book on in there and promote it a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Joanna Man got my book. He got it.
Okay.
Yeah, Steve left my book at the Steve Harvey show. My book at Wendy, and it's so I always that's how I know that those opportunities were God-given opportunities, because every time I was in those spaces and places, I was able to get my story, my book over to them. And so when I went to Wendy Williams, it was crazy because they had me to sit in the middle, but she was like, no, I want her in the front. She sit here and this person sit there. Like I had front row seat. And so I don't know if y'all familiar with, when she would go around and hug the people in the front row. And
did she take you up to the microphone and ask you a question?
No. She asked somebody in the middle. So but when she came around and was giving hugs, I was like, I gave her a hug and I was like, hey, can I leave you my story? And she was like, what you mean? And I was like, I wrote a book and I want to know if I can leave it with you. She was like, oh yeah, give it to so-and-so as y'all are leaving out. And so yes, I made sure that I was there doing what I was supposed to do for what God had me to do it for. I wasn't there to be a groupie or none of that. I was on a mission, and God knew my heart. He still knows my heart, and so He makes sure that I'm in places that I need to be in, and those places aren't taking advantage of me.
You
Like
make sure.
I've been
Just,
to a lot of places that, I'm so grateful that God has allowed me to be in those places. And I feel like now that I've learned more about who I am, he's gonna send me back out, but in this new light.
right. I got a little pointer, little pointer. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Little pointer,
I
pointer.
love
Just
corners.
a little one.
I
Little point, little point, little bit. You know, just ain't gonna get too much, too much. Yeah.
love
Yeah, I would just say, make sure you
it. Is
copyright your story,
it
and if you're gonna put it on a movie, right? Patent it,
got you.
because what people will do, and I see it in comics all the time. What they'll do is they'll have you talk about your stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll be like, "Oh, well, I like your story," and then all of a sudden, if you don't have your name on it, or just write it, you know what I'm saying, or if you don't have it copywritten,
It
they'll take.
did you throw my book to the floor, mommy? Yes, she did. Oh, it's my book is copywritten, um, published, all of that. So
Okay, okay.
yeah. Um
Yeah, because that stuff happens to a lot of people in the industry of businesses and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And you wouldn't shit. Like I've seen a lot of stuff happen where you'll be thinking, "Oh, I got a unique story," and then your story end up on Oprah's network as the character and somebody actors playing you. You
mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? And people like, I ain't get this shit to her. You
uh
know what I'm saying? And so,
yeah.
you
Yep.
know, that's I actually,
And they all no go on.
yeah. No, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
They find their own ways to still, even if it's copywritten and things like
Hmm.
that, they'll take snippets of it and then put it in their own little words, and put their own little twist to it, so that people won't know that it's you, but they'll know that it's you. Like,
Yeah. Copyrights is very important because if you could take that to court,
mm,
and you could really really sue somebody, and
yeah. Mm,
like that's like for Mike Tyson on Hulu. Hulu stole his whole biography, and they
wow.
made a movie out of it, a whole series out of it. He ain't nothing about it. They ain't bring him in to write anything about it, and you could tell it was cheesy because it wasn't done in a way Mike Tyson would tell it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And it was done probably the way somebody else saw his life. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? He wasn't there to choreograph it and basically sit there and be like, okay, this is what I want in a movie and this is how it went. And they didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like if you're gonna write a biopic, have at least a person there or somebody that know them like a child, like their child or somebody to tell you about it or just be there to show you how that went
Yeah,
because it was there.
but they
You
want that.
know,
That's why I'm grateful that I wasn't able to meet Oprah, because,
all right.
like I said, she would have probably offered me a couple $100, couple thousand, and would have made millions off of my story.
And see, and that's what you're supposed to have confidence. You're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to have confidence. Hell, be overconfident. Nowadays, people don't want to be overconfident about what they're creating and what they're building. They don't want to be confident because they're afraid to make
Mm-hmm.
people put people down. I don't give a fuck.
At
I
all.
don't give no kind of fucks. I got zero fucks to give. I'm going to be
I
confident.
do.
I know you do. But don't do it. I don't give a fuck. I was like, look, I'm going to be confident. That's it. That's all you're going to get. I don't give a fuck. But and that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to be confident in who you are because when you come and you selling that shit to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
you got to be confident in what you're selling because the customer is going to look at you first. They're not going to look at your product. They're going to look at you and see how you're doing it and see if you know what you're talking about.
And see, that's why I say I'm grateful that I did not get to meet her, because back then I wasn't confident, like I wasn't this confident me as I am today. And
Mm-hmm.
she would have been able to talk me out of my story, giving her, my story, not giving it. Well, yeah, giving it because selling it to her for a couple thousand would have even been, you know, a given because I'm not putting it out there myself. But today,
Right.
like since I've been here in Georgia, we started off in a shelter, and that was isolation time for me. And so
Right.
I learned that I'm not just an author. I can write. Like
Right.
I've been writing movies, TV series. I've been writing, and that it's a blessing. So I know that I'm
Right.
not an author. Um, I'm a filmmaker, a screenwriter.
Right.
Like some people would say female Tyler Perry, but we got a lot in common. But I don't want to be considered nobody else. I'm me.
Mhm.
We
Yeah, that's exactly. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no Michael Jordan, you ain't no Kobe Bryant, you Michelle, goddamn it. You
right,
Michelle, you
right.
ain't no Tyler Perry. No, don't. You Michelle, see?
But I
You
can
know what I'm saying?
That's Teresa Perry, the girl version.
I can
Narisa. Nah, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? And that's nowadays doing business, doing filming, doing all kinds of stuff that has something to do with art, you have to have confidence in presenting it. Because if you do not have confidence in presenting it, they're going to sit there and laugh at your fucking ass. And they're going to sit there and send your ass to the dumpster and be like, throw that shit in the trash. You ain't got it.
Yep,
They ain't going to give you nothing.
yep,
So what you do is you get some confidence about your goddamn self and you speak that shit like it ain't no thing. Slang
nope,
those things like them rocks, you know what I'm saying? See, keep it real, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you got to know what you're talking about, baby. Yeah, you can't just lie.
yep, yep, yep.
You got to know, you know what I mean? You got to know how you're speaking. You got to know how you're speaking because if
That's
you
what I'm
don't,
ready for. That I'm confident today. I'm so confident, and I'm ready to get back out there and go wherever God is about to send me at. He done sent me some big places before, and I feel like that was a sneak peek. You know,
Mhm.
he was giving me a preview of.
Mhm.
But back then, I wasn't me today, so I could get in those doors because he opened them for me. But this time when he opened them doors, I'm going in a whole new person, and
Mhm.
I'm ready, but I'm nervous because I don't know what's ahead. I know it's great things ahead, but yeah.
So
Um,
what
See,
is
look,
next for you? So where do you see yourself, in the next year? How is 2023? What do you imagine for it?
I'm going to put out my first movie and my second book. Um, that's what I see. I don't know what God sees or what He has for me.
Right.
I know that He's gonna bless what I see for myself, and so I can just see the one movie, but He could take everything that I have, written up in my notes and put it out there. But for me,
right.
I see my movie being put out, my second book. Um, it's him sending me over the world to show his grace and bring some people out. My
Mhm.
ministry. I'm starting I've been in ministry for I want to say about 4 or 5 years, but it was like a behind the scenes thing, and so
Right.
he he's exposing me. He's exposing me to who I am and those doors that are getting ready to open. Well, not getting ready to, that are already waiting for me to walk through because they're already open. Just
Right.
you know,
Right.
What do you walk through?
yeah,
Yeah, and
So
Continue to,
23 so big. I did a fast last year with minister slash prophetess Tiffany Montgomery, and it was titled The Year of the Bride, and it was a marriage fast, as well as our bridegroom, aka God, bringing forth His brides. And when I say um, God's showing me who I am, it's
Oh,
it's it's mind blowing. And
baby.
that, yes, to know that He considers me to be one of His brides, not just to my husband, because that was something else. That's another season. I'll talk about that another time. But God is bringing me forth in 2023. I'm ready to hear nothing but congratulations, congratulations, congratulations on whatever it is that He's gonna show me and pull forth through me. I'm ready. So 2023, I feel it's going to be big, to answer your question.
That's right. That's right. I have an idea, right?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
He goes like this.
I got an idea. You know, I'm very, giving. So, I want to help you out. So, what I would do is I want to invite you to the 100th episode of the In Your Face show. And what I want to do is have you here, because everybody that's been on the show now, I don't know if everybody's going to make it, but we're going to have a good bit of people here that's going to make the show, and it's going to be a revolving door. So you're going to see people on top of people on top of people. You're going to, and you know what I'm saying, you'll be able to just enjoy everybody. You know what I'm saying, and maybe even make some what you call that, connections. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying. And what we will be doing is celebrating the 100th episode with me. It's been a year. It's been 12 months since I've been doing the show, and we're almost to the 100th episode, and not everybody gets there. Not
Mm-hmm.
everybody has like, I've been grinding my ass off to get where I'm at
Yes.
today,
Yes.
and
Yes.
200th episode, I'm on his ass.
Yes.
So, um,
Is it in person?
no, it's virtually,
Okay.
virtually. But what I want to do is have a launching of the show, and what I will do also is I'm having a convention called the In Your Face Convention, where everybody has something to sell. We'll be able to sell it. We'll be able to market it. We'll be able to promote it and everything. It's
One
not just going to be, huh?
one minute, because no, I'm still here and listening. I just need to get something, because since you said that, I also go finish talking. I'm listening, but I'm here. I'm just sliding over to grab something.
Well, since everybody, has everything to sell, it'll be set up for comedians. It'll be set up for actors,
Uh-huh.
movies, games, video games, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Comics, you'll be able to sell your book. We'll be able to sell comics. We'll be able to do everything. Have a gaming tournament, all of that stuff. It'll be at the convention. What we'll be doing is basically, you know what I'm saying, tickets. If trust me, it's people gonna want to come because it's gonna be big. It's gonna be a big event, and I will be working on that through the year.
Right.
I'll be working on it through the year, and we'll be promoting that through the whole year. Thank you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm excited for you for 100 episodes. for
Yes, ma'am.
for the doors that God is going to open for you, and
Of
the
course.
connection you have been. Because I watched a few episodes from your page to get a glimpse of what the show is about, get an idea, and you have some pretty cool people come through, and that's a blessing to be connected to those people and then connect them to other people.
Hell yeah. You know what? This is all God's doing. You know what
Yes,
I'm saying?
yes.
I'm like Deion Sanders. I gotta look good, feel good, smell good, and
Smell
I
good.
act good. You know what I'm saying?
Well, sing the
I smell
song.
myself,
See
but
the money.
it must be the money. Give me that cheddar. But nah, I think and 'cause see, we're gonna have fun. You know what I'm saying? And the anniversary actually is February because that is when I started. The 100th episode is going to be in January. I already know, but the anniversary of the show is going to be in February. Which is 12th, going to be the 12th. You know,
Okay.
and what I want to do for the first anniversary of the show, I'm gonna probably get a cake and some ice cream
That's right.
and
Celebrate.
celebrate that, and probably get a drink. I don't know. I don't care. Hey, let's have
What?
fun. You know what I'm saying? I probably do something because you know the anniversary of the show. I get to look back on how fucked up it was at first.
Mhm.
It was fucked up. I ain't gonna lie,
Uh,
but yes, my other co-host left me. You know what I'm saying? Bullshit. Fuck him. Um,
they need to be.
Be nice.
They weren't supposed to be there. That's it. That's all.
exactly. He left me to starve by myself, and that's it. Okay.
See? There you go.
Anyways, and actually, when he left, you
Episode.
know, yeah, when he left that day, when he left at that time, we were supposed to interview one of the biggest guys. His name is Eric Larson. We were supposed to interview him, one of the biggest guys in the comics. He's a legend, and that was one of the big interviews that I had. We was going to do it together, but he left, and I knew that was God doing that because fuck it. So
That
what we did,
when God give you
yeah,
vision, He don't give it to nobody else. And so
right,
you saw it being big, and you saw it getting to today to 100 episodes. You saw it getting there. He didn't.
mhm,
And so you can't. I mean, it makes us feel effed up in the process. Like, man, that's messed up. Like, I can't even believe yo did that. But the more and more you go on and grow through the process, you realize that it wasn't even meant for me and him to go in that. I wanted to bring him with me, but that wasn't what God had planned. And
all
so
right, and
break that brain.
hmm hmm and it's crazy too, is that like I met this beautiful woman right here,
Yeah.
and Nakia has been a big sister I never had. I had three
I'm
sisters,
younger
but
than you.
the big sister, big little sister, let's just say that.
Mhm.
The big little sister I never had. She's every time I fuck up on the show, she like don't say that.
Let's
But nah,
see that.
the kid keeps me sane, it keeps me cool, you know what I'm saying? And I'm always cracking jokes on her. Says she look like a Pikachu.
We need that. We need that.
Okay, 7-Eleven.
We need that.
Hey, I'm open all day. You know it. Every day. Mm.
Remember,
But nah, though. Nah, though. It's been a blast. She's helped the show take it to new heights, and we on our way to
on
100th episode.
it. Huh?
200. I'm on your ass. Don't worry, I'm coming. Um,
Stop being-
do y'all have anything else
Yeah,
to
I want.
say?
I wanted to share. Um, Here, hold mommy book. You can hold mommy book.
Boom, boom, mm.
Okay. So, there's a young man that I have been connected to. He's in prison, but he's an author as well.
Mm-hmm.
He writes, and this is also he writes and he does mentoring behind the walls. Ma'am, don't do that. So this is one of his curriculum books for children, teens, adolescents, teaching them about morals and principles. And it's
Mhm.
like a workbook. And so I've been helping him with these. And also he have back up, sir, ma'am. A urban novel.
Okay.
Yes. So if you want to check him out, he's on Facebook as well as author Sean Gardner.
Okay. Okay. What
It's
I'll do is I have him on the show. I don't care. Let's
yeah.
have him on the show. You know
He
what I'm saying?
he's done interviews from behind the walls, so it's possible. It's
Yeah.
and
Any, anything can happen, you know what I'm saying? Look, I meet everybody where they at. I don't give a fuck. See, God told me to do what I do and do it well because I know how to do it well, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worrying about nothing.
and so
Hey,
I wanted to introduce you guys to him. He's an author as well, and he's doing his thing. He's not letting his circumstance control.
mm-hmm. Very understandable.
Yep,
We
mentors.
got it.
He actually got a mentoring group in the prison called Mentor on the Wall, where he mentored and talk to young men that come in and out of the prison doors and try to keep them from coming in. So if you get to connect with him, I'll message you his Facebook, and he'll give you more of his story.
Not
But
a problem.
yeah,
Because what I like to do is get people that's willing to show up and show out. I
yeah,
don't give a, you know what I'm saying? Show up and show out. Make sure you bring that fire, that desire, that passion and love.
that's
This is
And
not an
bring,
R&B concert. What are you
it.
talking about?
hey, don't worry about that.
You want
We
Fire and
singing
Desire? That song is
fire
already been
and
sang.
desire. So, hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. Hey, we happy. We happy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, because he, you know, interview people that have some depth to them, that have some goodness to them, that want to get their goodness out there. I
That's
mean,
right.
cause hey, yeah, I mean, I've I've inquired to have a guy that was in behind the walls or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That was behind the walls and everything. He wanted me to pay him a fee. I said, fuck that. I ain't got no money to pay no goddamn fees. Hey, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to get paid a fee. Nigga, you ain't got no big name for me to pay no goddamn fee right now. So I said,
And then it's not, and that's where people mess up their connection at. Cause okay. Let my wig go. Go on about your business. Let me put you on your walker. You want to show out. There you go.
I mean,
Fire and
hey,
Desire, though. I
look,
mean,
fire
come
is
on.
desire because we had to
Come
be fire
on.
desire. We gonna be fire desire. That's it.
Yes, that and then people mess up their blessing by just looking for money. It's not all about the dollar. Like you never know who you can meet just by showing up.
Right, and that's why when he said that to me, I said, "Man, look, I get you a brand. I'm a brand my damn self. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here coming to you, bro. And I seen that you got a platform. Look, I'm trying to put you on my platform to get your platform out there. I'm not doing this. I'm doing it for free. I ain't asking you for no money. You not you want told me I got to pay a fee.
Hmm.
So you know what I'm saying? I said, all right, deuces. So I see him around. I see him, on YouTube and everything. It's cool. Not no biggie. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, all the people who have denied me, you
Hmm.
will see my face again. Trust me.
Yes.
And I guarantee you, when we do make it,
Hmm.
and I guarantee you, all the people that downers that thought we was gonna be one and done,
Hmm.
you will see my face again on billboards. Trust me.
Yes.
Oh, he said billboards.
Yes.
Okay.
Damn right. You
Amen.
damn right. If Jesus know, and I know Jesus happy about what I just said. You know, he
Yes.
damn
Okay.
look.
You just stamped it. That's all.
You
He was
damn right.
waiting for that faith.
Yeah, you know, I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say it. You know what I mean?
There. Yes.
Damn right. You got to speak it into existence with some confidence. You
That's
can't
right.
be like, I'm going to be this, and then don't mean it. You got to mean that shit. You know, you got to tell the
Mhm.
truth. You got to say, I'm going to be this, and that's it. That's it.
That's all.
You got to say it with some nuts and say it. Grab your nuts, say it.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
say it with your chest. What the hell, the chest? Goddamn, say it. Shit. You know what I mean? Look, be honest. How you feel, what you say, because God ain't gonna hear you if you're not speaking it with some faith in it.
Yeah.
Right.
Put your foot in it, take it out, and put your foot in it again. Stump it.
It,
You know what I'm saying?
know that it will be done.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? And like I
Well, I
said,
absolutely love your story, and I can't wait for part two to come out in your book. Yes.
And also, it's on part one on Amazon Kindle, and because I don't do it for monetary gain, I'm getting my story out there. So it's just $4.99. But if you have an account with Amazon or Amazon Kindle, it's free. You can read my story for free.
mm. And you know what? I'll even I'll take it up. I'll promote it more.
Thank you. Thank you.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Because like I told you, we go way back like four flats on the Cadillac. Got you.
Cadillac in the back. I mean, with diamond in the back.
Cadillac in the back. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? Dig in the scene with the gangster hoo hoo. There you go. But you know, see, because you know the show, like I said, this is the show where we can be honest, be cool, be real, down to earth, and that's why I keep telling people. You may think it's boring and corny on the outside, but once you get on the show and get in the studio with us, it's a wrap. You're gonna have fun. You're
Yes.
gonna goof off. You're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna make sure you're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna keep bugging you until you have some fun. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm
That
saying?
is true.
Okay. Yes, she know it. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have some fun. So we would love to have you again. So
Thank you.
whenever you're ready, come back on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there for the 100th episode.
Well, for the 100th episode, it's a on the fly thing. So I'll
Yeah.
be putting out promotions after the 98th episode. You know what I'm saying?
And then
I'll be
have specific date for part two.
okay. Cause yeah, specific date. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do a specific date, that'll work out for you. You know what I'm saying? That'll work out for me too. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, let us know whenever you're ready, because we do it on your schedule as well. So you don't have to worry about being set and being all that. Do it on the fly whenever you're ready. Because, like I said, I'm here for the people instead of just a
Yeah.
monetary gain. You know what I mean? Hey, I, I'm going to make some money off of that too. But I'm just saying, you know
That-
what I'm saying?
Had to throw that in there.
It's all going to come back in.
Yes, yes.
That's
And
all.
on the back end, as long as we keep on doing it and doing it well,
Yeah.
doing it and doing it well,
LL.
and we're doing good.
First he was fire. Well, who sang Fire and Desire?
Fire and desire. I think it was
Tina Marie and Rick James.
Yeah. Now he LL Cool J.
hey, you damn right. You know what I'm saying? LL. No.
Well, you kind of do look like
Now
Rick, though.
Don't even go there. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. No. Don't look like that man. Go ahead. Go ahead with that.
Kind of do. Let me see here
Go
from them
ahead.
notes.
I ain't got no hair. So no. I ain't got no hair. I got a hat on my head. Anyways, let me take us out, and I will take us out in just a second. Thank y'all for watching. It's
yes.
been a blast.
Thanks.
And it's been awesome with our guest, Miss Michelle Smallwood, and with the lovely, beautiful co-host, Miss Nikki Vale. And y'all know me, of course. the king, the swagnificent one. You know, the king. You know, we gotta go. You
We
know.
see you. We see you.
Yeah, yes, I know you see me, but I gotta make it short and smooth.
Get out of it.
So let's be honest. I look good, man. But anyway, it's been it's been an in your face show, and we out. Peace.